everybody, and happy Wednesday. And as in any other Wednesday, we are having another episode of Wdnesday Talks as usual. Today we are having a very interesting character. His name is Peter, and he will be talking with us about all his sexual experiences that he had throughout his life from when he was very, very young. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Peter. Hello, Peter, and welcome to Wdnesday Talks.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the
Yes.
show. So I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here as well. And as a first question, we would like to know who you are. Who is Peter?
Well, yes, my name is Peter.
Yeah.
I'm from Denmark, Odense. I've been living around Odense for like quite a while now, like around 9 years.
Oh, that's a long time, yeah.
And then I've been done a lot of educations so far, I would say.
Okay, what did you study?
I'm educated in sales already, and now I'm studying marketing management. And on the side, I also do music.
Oh, that's very interesting. What do you do?
I mostly do different type of genres. Actually, I do both. I started out with hip hop and rap, but now it's more turning over to like pop and reggae type of vibes. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love reggae. Do you think that there's a little bit of a correlation in music and your feelings? Do you think you express your feelings through your music?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think there's like where I express my feelings the most actually, because like if you cannot express yourself in any other way, then you can always do it through music. I would say, yeah.
I totally understand you. I dance Latin dances, and I feel the same, that when you're really connected to something and you're really, really passionate about something, then you put all your frustrations maybe, or all your negative or positive feelings into it, and you make them positive in the end.
Exactly. And you can also say like that feeling that you had in that moment, you kind of capture it in whatever you're doing. For example, if I'm making a song, then that feeling I have in that specific moment, I'm able to like capture that specific moment and that feeling and put it into a song that's gonna last forever. So every time I come back to hear like one song, I can jump into that feeling, how I felt before, and kind of like
a reminder maybe of
kind
how
of like
you
a
felt.
reminder, kind of like just like it can be both like positive and negative. It can be like good feelings, bad feelings.
Yeah.
But it just reminds you of like what you went through. Then you can just like learn from that.
Yeah, of
and
course.
be inspired as well. Again, like if I hear a song that I made for like, let's say 4 years ago, sometimes I can also be surprised. Like, damn.
Yeah, like, did I come up with that?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is actually sometimes.
But do you have anything that you've released to the public, like any songs that you have out there that our listeners can listen to?
I actually don't have anything released yet. I do have some released, but like it's like so old now, I would say. So I'd rather just like prefer to like release some new stuff. And if anybody can find my old stuff, go ahead and try to find it.
Nice. And let us know if you like it, of course.
But I will release some very soon. I'm also working with a different artist right now. So yeah, there's some stuff coming up.
There's really
very
nice.
soon.
What do you think that's going to be about? Is it going to be more like touchy feeling, love, or something else? Life, maybe?
It's mainly going to be about love.
Yeah.
Love and affections.
Oh, that's really nice. Then we
And
would love to
emotions.
hear it here on the podcast. I think people will really like it.
I appreciate it. And I also hope that the listeners is going to like my music when it's going to drop.
Yeah.
But before I mainly made, you can call it like hardcore rap and like, just like some negative vibes. But now I'm starting to get more into like my own feelings, starting to like recognize my own feelings and start to like recognize who I am as a person as well. So that also gonna be like, you're also gonna like feel that in the music that I'm gonna create now.
Yeah, it's more of a transition from somebody who was talking about superficial things, maybe like hardcore negative feelings, towards more positive feelings on yourself.
And also towards others.
Yeah, towards
so like when other people
like,
hear it, they're gonna feel a positive vibe instead of like a negative vibe.
Okay, that
if you
is
can
really
like put
cool.
it like that.
Yeah, that's really nice. Have you ever had feelings that were, or did you write any songs because of a breakup or because of a relationship that you had with somebody?
I guess every music artist probably have done that.
Yeah, but have you?
I have done it a lot of times actually.
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of lyrics surrounding that topic. Yes. Like you cannot help it. You have to do it. If you like make music and you love to like write, then you also cannot. Then you're gonna have to do it. Or like not have to do it, but like you're gonna end up doing it
anyways,
either way.
Right? Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. That's actually such a nice way of feeling all the feelings that you have in yourself and actually just releasing it to the world or releasing it in a healthy way, I feel. Because a lot of people, because a lot of people, I don't know, they close into themselves. They don't even talk with anybody about their problems. And then those problems just grow and grow and grow inside them. And then at some point they have like a crisis and they don't know why they're crying. They don't know why they're sad, why they're mad, why they feel like that in their body. But it's because of their suppressed feelings. And when you actually get to put your feelings into something, a habit or like a hobby or anything like that, then you just kind of heal from that. You process it in a way. And I think music is a really good way of doing that.
I think so too. And I also know the thing about like suppressing your feelings, it's not a good thing. It is a good thing to like a certain point, but like you also like sometimes need a friend or somebody to talk to. Yeah. And that goes for like me and for like you and for everybody else.
I agree. Because, we are social creatures. Human beings are social creatures. So we do need to talk with people about our problems, about our issues, about our happy moments and good things that happen in life. So we do have that need of belonging somewhere and having somebody to talk to in general. And especially in the hard times when we feel like we are alone, but we are actually not, if we actually know how to reach out to the people that are close to us.
Yeah, I think so too. There's like been a long time where I was like, you can call it like out of place, if you can call it like that. Like I didn't know where I belonged because like I was kind of like in a dilemma between like who I was as a person and who I wanted to become. Like you live and you learn, you learn all the time every day. And I would say like I probably also learned a lot throughout these last 6 months. And that goes for like both like friendship, relationships, and just everything in between.
You probably learned more about yourself and the people around you.
Because like something had some impacts on me. Mm-hmm. Like for example, recently I actually had a girl, right?
Yeah.
And then like we had something. We were not in a relationship, but like we had something good going, right? And then my supposedly friend like tried to make out with her and stuff like that.
Oh, that's horrible.
So I guess you found out who's your loyal friends are, I guess.
Yeah, also that, and also more about the girl. Like both. It's more like both about the girl and about him, because maybe she gave some signs to him, or maybe she didn't. But you cannot know that, right?
I guess I cannot. I guess she just. I know she felt stupid afterwards. She also apologized. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I
would say then you just like learn who to trust and who not to trust, I guess, in the end.
Yeah, that is true. Because obviously, like, if you're friends with somebody, why is it that hard to find somebody else? Why do you have to go for somebody that your friend is into? And why would you want to hurt your friend in that way? Because he knew that it's going to hurt you anyways.
I guess so, yeah. I would also like to say that he's also like going through a lot. Mm-hmm. So...
Well, yes, but that is not an excuse.
That's not an excuse, but I kind of like also know why did what he did. Yeah. But that doesn't like make up for anything still.
No, because he was trying to make himself feel better, and he was not thinking about the other people that were around him. So in that sense, yes, you can say that he was going through a lot. But then on the other hand, it's like, okay, it's understandable that you have issues and you are going through something, but that doesn't mean that you have to be blind about what is going on around you and what you're doing to your friends, the people that are actually trying to be there for you and help you.
Exactly. Like I literally thought he was my friend actually. The thing that he went through was like he was like engaged with a girl, right?
Okay.
And then they broke up and then they moved out. And I was like that person who was there for him most, right? Mm. And that's also why it's kind of like hurt me the most.
Yes,
for him
because
to do me like that.
Yeah, because you were putting yourself out there for your friend. You were there to help him, and then you were the one that was kicked in the back because of it.
I guess so. I was the one who got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. It took a toll on me for like about a week, I would say. I was like feeling so suppressed. I was like, had like a different point of the world throughout that week. And it was hard to get out of that, like, that trench.
Yeah, it's more like you were kind of like a zombie almost, right? It was
I would say so, yeah. And I also like drank a lot throughout that week and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's to cope with it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a way to cope. Yeah.
To like suppress the feelings, but the feelings was like always there. But like time heals wounds, so it took me like a week to bounce back, I guess.
Yeah.
And now I'm back, baby.
Which is understandable. I mean, sometimes it takes even longer because things like that are not easy. And when you're hurt by people that are there to love you, basically, is the most hurtful thing. Is like, how do you cope with that when you know that the people that are there to help you and to be there for you are actually the ones, stabbing you in the back and creating these hurtful moments?
I guess
must be tough.
That's like a thing I've been going through a lot in my life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people have been snakes in the end.
I guess it happens to everybody that people close to them kind of turn their backs or do something that they don't necessarily mean in the moment, and mistakes happen. But it's what you do afterwards, I think, after all these mistakes, how you cope with it and how you communicate with the other person, if you do communicate with them in any way. Because we are people, we are not robots. We make mistakes. We do a lot of things that maybe we shouldn't do just because we have feelings, just because we cannot think rational all the time. But when you do think rational, what do you do with that?
That's right. And I guess it compares like this dude, he's never thinking rational, I guess.
No.
Because to answer the question that you said right before about like what you do afterwards, right?
Yeah.
He he also apologized, that the guy, right? And afterwards he was like saying he could not remember anything. He was playing what you call the dumb card. Just like
that's even more hurtful.
Just like deny, and just like play stupid. Yeah. I've been there before. I played that card when I was 18. I had like a girlfriend back then, and then we weren't in a relationship at that point. We kind of broke up, but she was still home at my place. Okay. And then we had a party, and then there was like also like a few other girls at my place, and then she went to bed, and then I fucked another girl, right? And then she woke up, and then she came in, and oh my god, man! She was like she was like yelling, screaming.
Well.
And then I also played the stupid card there. I was like, I was sleeping. I didn't know what happened, and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So I can kind of relate, but like you know, if you ever like hurt somebody or get hurt by somebody, then you kind of like know what to not do.
Okay, so have you learned from that moment?
I did. I surely did. Yeah, I surely did.
Okay, so that girl that you were with, you didn't love her at that point, right?
Nah.
No. But then why did you let her sleep at your place? If you knew that you were interested in other girls and maybe would have wanted to, fuck other girls. I
guess I thought at that point that we were just like friends. Okay. That's kind of the agreement that we like came up with, me and her.
Yes. But would you, how would you feel if, even though you don't love that girl, but how would you feel knowing that she has fucked somebody else in the same place that you were at that point?
She kind of also like screwed me over a few times, so I guess.
Okay, but that is kind of like revenge, right? So you did this to me, then I'll do this to you.
That was not like the intention at all.
Okay.
I guess
you're just young and stupid.
You're just like young and stupid, and then you don't like see past your own nose, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm. Or but we're still cool to this day.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
That she and you went past it, and it's all good.
But yeah, I guess we were not fit for each other, anyways.
No, I mean, also when you're young, when you're 18 and so on, you can't really know what is right for you and what is not. And some relationships go past the time and you end up at 25 or 30 from a relationship that you started at 18. And then you're like, okay, what do I do with my life? Is this really what I want for myself and all that? Because when you start relationships very young and you think like, this is what I need, this is what I want in my life, it's probably not. Because you're way too young to have experienced multiple things to know what can be better than that.
Exactly. That also goes for like the girl, right? That I had something with recently. The girl who kind of like went out of her way, cheating a little bit, if you can call it like that.
Okay.
She's also like a little bit younger than me. She's like
How old
18.
are you, by the way?
I am 26 at the moment. And she's like 18.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So like, I also just maybe see it as a fling, Yeah. Like a short-term fling. I will not say that I forgive her.
No.
But like, I also understand the age difference and like that she also like a young still, right? And I also like did the kind of like the same back when I was like 18, pulled like the same trick. So yeah, I can kind of relate, So I kind of, I don't like hate her for it.
No,
we were not in a relationship. We just had something. But like, I think the worst thing about it is.
But yeah, because you didn't have an agreement, but it was more because it was your friend. That's the problem.
That is the problem, yeah. But then I guess you find out who your real friends are.
Yeah,
in the end.
Yeah, I agree. But tell me a little bit about your sex or like relationship background.
I guess I've been very active, I guess.
Okay. That
I guess
is really
my first
good.
experience with like some sexual experience must have been like when I was around 5-6 years old, I guess.
5-6 years old?
That's like when I started to like explore and like experiment with that kind of stuff, I guess.
At 5 years old?
5-6 years old, I guess, yeah.
Okay, how come? What did you do at 5-6 years old?
I guess you just like start to learn about the opposite sex body.
Ah,
and then you kind of like check each other out, and then you also like explore a little bit.
Okay, because I know a lot of kids like start from like 13, 14.
I also remember I was like, why is this only happening to me?
Okay.
You know, I didn't know it was like happening. I guess maybe it was because like nobody else around me kind of started to like hook up with girls.
Yeah, or think about
age.
that. Yeah, like obviously no.
I guess not.
You weren't even in primaries, or you were in primary school.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so, and how did it happen? Like, what did you notice? Did you just look at their boobs and like booties or what?
I guess I was just like with some girls and stuff like that, and then we like started to like touch a little bit here and there, and start to like figure out stuff. And then I also remember actually I found like me and my brother, right, was like in our room, or like my parents' room actually.
Yeah.
It was back when you used VHS tapes, right? And we were actually looking for the movie called Blade 2. So we looked through like the box full of like VHS tapes, right? Mm-hmm. And then I guess we just tried a bunch of like different ones because like we could not read at that time. And I guess I was also about like 4 and my brother was like around 7. We put on a VHS tape and I guess it was like porn. That was so funny.
Yeah, that's a classic thing.
That was so funny. And then I guess my dad, he was like in the living room with like some friends chilling, drinking a little bit and stuff like that. And then I guess he could hear like somebody was moaning or something like that. And then he also came in. And then, of course, he took the tape. And then, he also laughed his ass out about that, I guess.
Yeah, but he didn't really realize that he kind of started your sexual experience in that moment.
Maybe. I guess me and my brother was just like amazed, I guess, blown out of this word. It was like, what is this?
Yeah. Oh, vagina.
Yeah.
But how old is your brother?
He's like 3 years older than me. So like he's like 29.
29. Okay. Yeah. So he was the mature one in the situation.
I guess he was. But like, I guess we never talked about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Him and me. It was just like something that happened and then
nobody talked about it anymore.
Never thought about it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still there in my memories, I guess.
Yeah, of course, and probably it is in his as well.
As a fun memory, I thought it was like really funny. Now that I look back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite interesting that you got to learn about sex and all that from a tape that your parents had at home. Because a lot of kids, I think, learn from each other. You know, there's a lot of kids going in school and they hang out with the older boys, and then the older boys tell them about this, and then they are like, ooh, and then they go and check it out online.
I guess, I also been there. I kind of like did a lot of things. A lot of things. Yeah, I think I was not even sure like who took my virginity. I'm not sure who did that.
No?
I'm not sure. Like I always said like, I don't know from what age does it count? Or like when does it count?
It counts when it happens. When did you have sex the first time?
I don't know, probably like around 7 or something like that.
No.
Yeah, it was like with my babysitter. But like she was not that older than me as well. She was like maybe like 12, 13, and I was like 7, 8. Something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, she was also hot. I wish I knew how to operate as I do today back then.
Oh my god. Like I've actually haven't heard of people. This is actually really cool because I haven't heard of people having sex so early. No. I
guess everything is the first time.
Did she even had her period? She was 12, 13. Did she even had her period or don't?
I guess that was not on my mind.
No, I probably not. Yes.
I remember also like one time when I was like chilling with a girl. We were probably like around 6 as well. Both were 6. Mm-hmm. And then she was also like, "Oh, but what if I get pregnant?" And I didn't know what to answer.
Yeah.
Right. But like now when we look back at it, she like could not even get pregnant. But like I was also like thinking, what if she get pregnant? I don't know. Okay,
but what were you doing? Were you kissing or?
Yeah, I guess we were kissing and we were like touching a little bit and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so I can see now why you're saying that you've been really active.
From time to time.
From time to time, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but real relationships. Did you have many? How many did you have? Did you have some very special relationship that you still have in your mind that this was like, something that you maybe would want to go back to somehow?
I do have one specific relationship that I really love. It was with a girl from Germany.
Yeah.
That I met back in 2019. She was here as an exchange student, and then she was like here for like one semester, which is like half a year. So we met like in like February 2019. From the first day, we just hit it off together, and then we were like having a good time throughout like the whole semester in Denmark. And then unfortunately, of course, she had to go back to Germany. She was living in Munich. We were like visiting each other back and forth after she moved back. And like when she moved back, it was like in June. Then I didn't expect her to see her like for like at least 1 or 2 months. But then suddenly I was like at my job, right? And then my friend comes in and he'd be like, bro, I need to talk to you. Can we just talk real quick? I was like, I'm behind the counter and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't know, what's going on, but like sure. And then we like I came out the back, and then like you have to like roll up some fence, right, to go outside. Mm-hmm. And suddenly she there. I guess she kind of like surprised me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like this kind of like one of the best surprises a girl have ever done for me. Oh, that was like
that's so nice.
I didn't expect to like see her for like so long, and then suddenly she's right here, right now. So yeah, that was like that's like a wonderful memory I got of her.
But it was obviously because you were into her, because if you wouldn't have been into her, then you would have been, okay, what are you doing here?
Of course. Yeah, like we were like in a relationship at that point. And then we visited each other back and forth throughout 2019 up until 2020, around when COVID hits. And then of course there was like a lockdown. So that kind of also fucked it up between her and me, because like we were not able to see each other anymore. We also like had like different plans in life, I guess. Yeah. She also wanted like to travel a little bit and like go visiting some countries.
And you didn't?
Of course I also wanted to, but like it will also be hard for us to like see each other that often. Then it would have maybe been like every 4 or 5 months for like a week or so. And I guess she was not like ready to put in that effort.
But were you?
I was ready actually at that point, yeah.
Okay.
I was like so into her. Mm-hmm. So into her. So I was like, I didn't mind waiting for like a half year to see her, as long as I know I was gonna see her eventually. Our plan to begin with was like to move to Germany, for me to move to Bayern to live with her. But then also like she got like, then she applied for like schools and stuff like that, of course, in the meanwhile. And then she got like into some other school in like some other city. And also like she was like also like a ski teacher. So then she was also like gonna go to like Switzerland to like teach skiing for like a half a year.
I think your interests were not really a match in that sense, or what you were doing at that time was not really going in the same place.
Oh, I guess not, no. But I guess it's also because like you also like have to sometimes be selfish. Yeah. Like you can either like choose a girl or a guy and pursue that lifestyle and live that lifestyle, or you can also like focus on yourself and get that education that you want to. And then afterwards you can think about like having like a more serious relationship.
Of course.
But I would say we had like a very healthy and strong relationship together. But I guess mostly it's like the distance. It was kind of like a big barrier, because like it was like 1,000 miles or kilometers from each other. So it was not easy to like visiting each other, I would say. No. Especially also like when the lockdown came, then we were not able to visit each other anymore. And I have like all crazy ideas. I was like, I was also like, I really wanted to see her. So I was like, if you cannot take a flight to Denmark, then I guess I'm just going to pick you up at the border in a boat.
Oh, that's so romantic. But how do you feel about her now?
Like, I still love her though. I still love her though. If we ever gonna be in a relationship again, I cannot say at this moment. Because like, I guess you live and you grow as well. And then you also get like other interests and maybe grow from each other. I will not say I've grown from her, but like I got a different perspective on things now compared to like when you're in love and you're in that moment.
Yeah. Have you kept in contact with her in any way?
Actually not.
No.
I kind of like deleted her.
But would you like to be in contact with her, since you still kind of like love her, or you have this kind of respect towards her?
I would like to see her again at some point, someday.
Yeah.
Just to like see how her life is going, and just like to hang around her, I guess, again.
Yeah.
But if we ever gonna like start to date again, I'm not sure about that.
No.
But I will always have love for her till the end of time.
That's such a wonderful thing to say about somebody. I think it's really nice. Because I think that's a really nice thing that can happen at the end of a relationship. You still have respect for the other person and you still have some kind of love that you can give to the other person in another way. Not in a romantic way, but maybe in a friendly way, or just in a way that you're just asking once in a while, hey, how you doing? Or how has your life been? And then it's just a nice way of communicating with that person. You can share those memories again in a more healthy way than maybe it was before.
I agree. I totally agree. I think me and her is kind of like, I guess the love will always be there. It's just like the wrong time, wrong place. But like, yeah, I kind of like blocked her a little bit. But I did that because like I needed to try to get my thoughts away from her.
Yeah.
And I could not get my thoughts away and like start to move on. If I kept having her in my life and she popping up, she texting me and stuff like that, then I will like fall back into like that.
Yeah, spiral sort of.
Yeah, that spiral. And then I will like start to think like how to get her back again, or like how can we fix this?
Yeah.
And work these things out. Sometimes you also gotta let somebody go, to find a better way in life.
Yeah, but what do you think? So now, do you still have her blocked?
She is still blocked though, actually.
Okay. And how do you feel? Do you want to take her out of the block, or do you want to still leave her there since you are actually in another point in your life right now?
Like I wouldn't mind unblocking her because like I'm kind of over that state anyways.
Yeah. But sending her a friend request on Facebook or something like that? Maybe that's a bit over the line, or...
I guess I guess we can talk again if she like texts me first.
Okay. So it has to come from her.
I guess so, yeah.
But is it because did she ended it, or did you ended it, or how was it? Or did you both agreed on it?
I guess that was mostly on her side.
Okay. So then yeah, I understand why you're waiting for her to write to you. If there's anything.
I'm not gonna put that much effort into it at this moment. But we will probably talk again. I don't know if it's gonna be like in 1 year or in 5-10 years. But sure, I like love her and I respect her as a friend now. I will be happy for her. If she's happy, I'm happy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It also reminds me of like another girl. We were never in a relationship, but I had a girl, a thing, like a big thing with a girl from Belgium.
Okay.
And yeah, I always thought that we were gonna like hit it off, me and her. But I guess that was on my end that I didn't took action, I guess. And now she kind of like in a relationship, and she just got her first child actually.
Oh.
2-3 weeks ago.
Okay, well, that seems a bit too late now.
I think it is, yeah. But
Yeah.
like she's like the sweetest girl ever. She really is.
So this is kind of the situation in which you missed your chance.
I would say so. That was a good chance right there. I was also like thinking about maybe I should like move to like Belgium, or like she should move to Denmark. That probably happened in another life.
Oh, that's so sad.
But I guess I'm not sure if I even like, I'm kind of like also like in a dilemma between I kind of want a relationship and I kind of don't want a relationship. It's kind of in between.
Okay. Why wouldn't you want a relationship?
I kind of like to have that freedom to be able to like hook up with anybody I want to hook up with.
Yeah, I understand.
If I want to hook up with them.
And I get that, because I've been trying to figure out for a while now why, because I know that there's a lot of men out there that don't want relationships anymore. And all the women are complaining about it because they're like, what is going on? You can't find a man that doesn't want to cheat, that wants to commit and wants to be there for you and wants to be with only one woman. And there's something there that is happening right now in the society that keeps men away from relationships. And I don't know what it is exactly. I have some ideas of what it could be, but it's nothing like really sure. So what do you think? Why do you think you want your freedom?
I think, well, I want my freedom.
Yeah.
I just want my freedom because like I think sometimes I need it. I need to be able to like be free and be like whoever I want to be with when I want to be with somebody, and not be able to like not be locked down with one girl. But it kind of like it depends on which girl it is. Yeah.
So if it would be one of these two girls that were very special for you, would you be in a relationship with them and not hook up with other girls?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I would never cheat on them.
No.
If we were like in a relationship.
Yeah. But do you think you would be able to be in a relationship long term, or even like marry somebody and just have only one person for the rest of your life? if it would be one of these two girls?
I think so, yeah. I would say, yeah. Most definitely. Okay. I will not say which girl it is, but like...
but one of them, yes.
But one of them.
Okay.
I don't see it happening. It probably would have happened if we have stayed together. But like, yeah, I would say like I kind of like fucked up a bit in my early days when I was like also like 17, 18, 19. So kind of also learned what not to do in a relationship.
But that's really good. We live and learn. And that's how we move on in life. And at some point, if it is about the romantic relationship, then at some point you'll know what to do and you'll know how to keep that relationship in order to function properly and, have a happy life from then on.
I agree. I think actually like one of the reasons why, I'm not sure, like I kind of also want to jump into a relationship right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. Just depends on like which girl I meet, I guess.
Okay, so you don't have a specific girl that you have in mind right now. You would just kind of be ready for it if the girl comes.
Yeah, exactly. But I also think that we have to have the same energy. We have to like match 100%.
Yeah.
And I also find that a lot of girls is kind of like they don't have like that romantic thing that I'm looking for.
Okay, but what is that exactly? So can you elaborate a bit on it?
I would say like I'm looking for like somebody who's kind of like somebody who can like surprise you as well. Let's say that I'm sleeping, I wake up, like so suddenly there's like breakfast on the bed, for example.
Okay, so it's about kind of attention in a way, a little bit about the surprise element.
Yeah, I would say so. Just so like the relationship doesn't get boring as well.
Okay, yeah. To not keep or make the relationship be just the usual stuff that you always do. Like, you go to bed at this time, you wake up, you eat breakfast, you go to work, then you come home, talk about the day and all that. And then that's every day of every week of every month. And then that's nothing more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it about that? Of the relationship not becoming a habit?
I would say it is important to like keep that spark alive somehow.
Yeah.
Whatever way works for like this couple and this couple and this couple.
Yeah. And I can see that for you, the moment of surprise, of being surprised in a way by somebody, that's how they keep your spark alive.
Maybe. That's like maybe one of the things, maybe.
Yeah. An important thing, obviously, because you're mentioning it.
Like it doesn't have to be like every day, but like the girl should just be able to like have that mindset of like thinking about doing something for their partner. And not just I think a lot of guys at least, they like chasing a girl, right? And then when they get the girl, I got the girl already, now I don't have to put in any more effort into it.
Yeah.
Now that I already got her.
That is what is not working, and that is the problem, I think. That is why a lot of relationships end, because there's that moment of chase, that moment of like you really want that person, then you get it. Then there's nothing more to do. There's nothing more like, okay, what do I do after that? How do I keep this? Because now it's kind of boring because I have it. Now there's nothing more happening. But I think it's important to kind of realize that you can still flirt, that just keep it a bit interesting. I'm there for you and I'm there in the relationship, but I can still play a little bit with your mind and I can play a little bit with how you think and how you feel, in the sense that it's healthy and in the sense that it makes us both feel happy. Just joking around, having more special moments in which you share both of your feelings in a more fun way.
I totally agree. I would say like the number one thing that I'm actually like at this point of time, right?
Yeah.
Compared to like, let's say a few years ago and past relationships, one thing now that I'm kind of like really focused on and like interested in is a girl who's able to like go into like deep conversations. I find a lot of girls, they're not able to go into deep topics and anything like that. And that kind of like also get boring for me.
I think I've realized that for a while now, that there's a lot of people that crave that kind of connection and those kind of talks, because it's something that really connects you to another person. The fact that you can share these kind of experiences, these kind of deeper inner feelings that you have that create a connection. And a lot of people, if they are more superficial or if they have never thought about these kind of things, then they obviously they cannot put their perspective on it. And then you cannot have this kind of conversation with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But at some point, they will also realize that, and they will start having these kind of conversations, these kind of thoughts about who am I in this world, like having deep thoughts about their persona and who they are and about other people. But some people get it at a certain point, some people get it at another point, some people don't ever get it. It just depends on their experiences in life and what they go through.
And that's what it is, actually. I guess you have to like experience something to kind of like open up for some different channels. It could be like something happy for you, that or like something sad that happens for you, but like you kind of like have to go through experience in life to like be able to like open some different channels, to be able to acknowledge the fact what is going on between like your feelings and mind. For example, like back to like what I was talking about before with like my past friend and like the girl, right?
Yeah.
Throughout that week, or like that weekend at least, I was really like getting into my emotions at that point that I haven't been, or at least not in that like impactful way in a long time. So it's kind of like also like I kind of also learned something about myself at that point and learned to connect with my emotions more. Throughout my life, I've been like a very closed type of person. My problems is not your problem. So like, yeah, I'm just keeping it to myself usually without like talking about it to like anybody. But like, yeah, the older you get, then you also like start to like acknowledge that that you're not alone in this world. You don't have to like keep everything to yourself. You got somebody that's like willing to listen and can like understand you and help you cope through things in life.
I think that is really nice that you point that out, because it's something that we are all going through. We are all going through tough times and periods in our life when we are sad and we feel like the world is crumbling down and we are gonna die, or if it would maybe be even better if we die. A lot of people have these kind of thoughts, and it doesn't mean necessarily that they are suicidal. It just means that they have so many emotions, so many negative emotions, that they just want those emotions to stop at some point, or they want to get rid of that because it feels uncomfortable. For everybody that is listening to the podcast, you just have to remember that all those thoughts that you have and all that negativity that you feel right now, it's a path for you to grow. You are going to grow in any way from that situation, regardless if you want it or not. It's going to happen. You are going to see the world in a different way, and you are going to feel everything in a different way, because that specific scenario that happened right there, it's your path acknowledging this is what happened. What do I have to do in order to not get hurt like this? What can I do in order to change this situation for the better, or to change the future situations that are gonna come for the better? And I think that's what we need to remind ourselves all the time. And it's hard. Of course it's hard, because it's never easy to be hurt by somebody, and it's never easy to go through pain. But remember that at the end of the pain, there's happiness, always. And that's what's important. And we are running out of time, but thank you very much for being on the podcast. And if you want to, we can do a part 2 of this talk that we are having. So our listeners will get it the next week.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. And of course, I would like to attend to like for part 2, of course.
Perfect.
I enjoyed this conversation a lot. So of course, you will see me here again.
Thank you. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss any of our future episodes. And until next time, take care and stay nasty.